Hi. Um, how you doing? It's been a little while since I've done a little video, and so I finished another book. I think you know that I like to read books, so I finished another book, and I just thought I'd share it with you. There's some things that were in it that I kind of align with, I guess. Right now, I've been on this kick about slowing down, and not just because I'm getting older, okay, because that has nothing to do with it. I still move along, but it's about uh, slowing down enough to be thoughtful, more thoughtful, and so anyway, cutting to the chase. This is the book. It's been out for a little while. The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer, and it was excellent. It's a story about his life up to the end of the book, which is he starts off as a young man in college and down in northern Florida, um, and he's getting his master's, his professors are wanting him to go on to get his PhD because he's a really bright guy. But one of the things that has been, I'll say, dogging him is the voice in his head has been bothering him. And he wants to learn how to shut it off, to stop nagging him, stop getting in the way. And he kind of becomes obsessed with that. And he comes across all these different meditation kind of things and everything, and he falls in love with a particular style of meditation, and then decides that that's all he wants to do. So like the teachers can't get him to come to class, and he's all this kind of stuff. He eventually does get his degree. But anyway, his life was really something. What he did was he was meditating, and he wanted to live in the woods, and he had a ponytail, and he lived out of a Volkswagen bus down in Mexico for a little while, and all that kind of stuff. And he really wanted to get rid of the voice, so he really wanted to meditate. So he started spending a lot of time in the woods, independent, and all. Didn't eat much, and all that good stuff. So he started to think about just surrendering to life. He eventually started doing that, but it wasn't like he was not doing anything. He was teaching class. Again, he's a real bright guy, so he was teaching a master's or undergrad course during his getting his master's, and while he was on track, he ended up getting into a PhD program. And his classes were full because of the way he was, like he was very easy and laid back and just let life, take him in a sense. And I see great value in that you kind of release all the control that you can't control. We all want to control stuff. And so if we release it and just say, we do what we can and let life take it, that there's a lot of stress that can be eliminated with that kind of a view on things. And to me, has a huge value because stress affects us in so many ways, and causes so many problems. But just your health alone, your relationships, everything, it just affects everything. So if it can eliminate that, or not even eliminate it, but just maybe even cut it in half, that would be a huge benefit. So it's a really great book, and he takes you through his entire life, and he has an amazing life. He does some really cool stuff, builds a huge, ends up becoming a multi-billion-dollar company, and then he gets raided by the FBI, and they get shut down, and all kinds of stuff. He just has an amazing life, and he's still down there. He's still living on the same property. He wrote a second book titled The Untethered Soul, which I also plan to read. But the whole thing about just being, and being calm, and not getting stressed out about stuff, just seems like a good thing to do. I think can be happier and all that good stuff. Anyway, highly recommended. It's been around a while. I'm sure there's people that are going to hear this that have read it. It's been around a while. I had just never heard of it. So anyway, The Surrender Experiment, and then The Untethered Soul. Check it out. All right. Have a good evening, morning, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Hope everyone's well, and God bless.